Back on the record this morning with Congresswoman Lori Trahan.
You were a scholarship athlete in college, and you've been outspoken about unequal treatment of women in sports. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She is a good example of this. The top draft pick in the WNBA gets a rookie salary of $76,000. At the NBA, the top pick gets $10 million. How do we get closer to equal treatment? Now, they both will see endorsements and deals in that, but that's a huge disparity.
Yeah, it doesn't reflect how far women have come in terms of attracting eyeballs and fans. I watched the tournament with my two young girls, and it was incredible to me how engaged they were. I mean, not for a moment did they think, like, let's turn on the men's tournament. They only wanted to watch.
I don't think a lot of people did.
Because the stars were in the women's tournament.
Yes. And let's be honest, everybody is watching women's sports, and it's an exciting time, and we've seen Cornhusker Stadium sell out for a volleyball game. Yes, and just record viewership during this tournament, the softball tournament, women's hockey, you name it. So it is time for us to catch up with what people are craving all over the country, which is to really watch the growth of women's sports.
How do you do that?
So it doesn't happen overnight. Like, we understand that it's hard to watch this rookie salary going to Caitlin Clark, which seems so inequitable. But what we really have to do is they need the advertising deals, they need the promotion, they need the money behind them so that the WNBA gets uplifted to the stage of the NBA.
And Caitlin Clark has gotten a large mega million, like tens of millions of dollars endorsement package. Yes. She made $3 million in name, image, and likeness at Iowa. And the quarterback for Colorado made $3 million for name, image, and likeness. It seems to be a parallel. They seem to be making the same amount of money there. Should college players get paid, make money?
Absolutely. Look, we've already seen name, image, and likeness really reward the merits of women in college sports. And these deals are going to where the eyeballs are and where the fandom is. And I think you've seen that with Caitlin Clark. That needs to also raise the boats for professional women. And I think those deals will follow Caitlin because she has such a loyal following, and all the women who went in the draft. I think it will translate into more people watching the WNBA.
Just because it's on the horizon, it isn't large, but it's on the horizon. What about the issue of transgender athletes in sports? Should there be a policy? What do you believe in?
Yeah, I think you're already starting to see, local schools and some of our governing agencies on the local level start to discuss and work on this issue. I'll tell you what I have a problem with, just because I am the only woman who played Division I sports in the Congress, but I also race back every weekend to watch my own two daughters play, their sports. And really what this is, we need the discussion to be more thoughtful. Like, when I hear my extreme Republican colleagues use this as a cudgel, what it really does is it says to the young transgender athlete who only wants to play with her friends on the field, feel a sense of belonging, that you're isolated and you're not wanted here. And while we have a mental health crisis, I mean, some of these families are working so hard just to, put the love and support around their child. They do not need to hear the political cheap shots that some of my colleagues are taking. So, look, we have sports governing agencies that are working on this. I look forward to being a part of that conversation, as do so many of the coaches and players that I talk to.
Congresswoman, it's great to have you as always.
Oh, it's great
for being here.
The only Division I athlete, female athlete in Congress?
Yes.
Really? Change that. Let's go. Our thanks to Congresswoman Lori Trahan. The Sunday Roundtable is next. The food fight in Boston's North End. Restaurant owners are turning up the heat on Mayor Wu. Is the battle over outdoor dining leaving everyone burned? We'll discuss.